take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did they split?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is always exciting to see the very best the NFL has to offer all in one place. And we have that here this afternoon as we welcome you to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a hit and a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That third down conversion good for 23.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Murray. Good coverage there by the AFC defense. It's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. My defensive coordinator says, we'll call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 3 yards out. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
5-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side, it's Beckham.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Beckham Jr. A 7-yard pickup.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. Last opportunity.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense. Brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory, just a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
27-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
And 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? 17-3 the score as we resume action for the 2nd half on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. For the NFC, ready to get their next drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From the gun, Murray. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another NFC first down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And this is caught at the end. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Jalen Reagor. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
It's on their 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Knocked away. It's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game.
Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Chandler Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done now.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
18 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
49 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
That was a deep shot that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the NFC. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This is McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, NFC. Mark Scarborough there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Home point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at.
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Chandler Jones. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw, it's Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. He fires back incomplete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?